welcome to Week 6 of the Northern Badger Football League. We'd like to start out today by announcing the league's first ever Christmas party, which will be held Sunday, December 19th at noon at the VFW in Barron. The Packers are scheduled to play at that time, but even if they don't, plan on being there at noon on the 19th. Bring some food to pass, you get a free drink.
Sorry? My chest? Just picked it up from a garage sale. Real conversation piece. Same with my jugs.
What's that?
My grandpa makes moonshine, which those are perfect for. Can you imagine my grandpa and his buddies sucking on these jugs?
No.
The game of the week was between the undefeated Rainy Tree Frogs as they traveled cross country to take on first place French Creek of the Western Division, a 4-1 game. It was not much of a game, however, as Rainy Tree continues their winning ways by slapping the Frenchies and winning by more than 25 points. The Frogs had another great effort from Jonathan Taylor, who's making a run at the MVP award. Cook from Minnesota tried to do what he can to keep him in it. The Frenchies with 20 of his own, but Kyler Murray, the other fucker's good. He's got 28 points. Inexplicably, Nick Chubb got a start, although he was on the IR. Might be the first time Hollywood made such a heinous mistake. However, it wouldn't have mattered. This one was over early.
How are you now?
Good news.
Are you two staring at my girls?
No. Oh, look at you, Sealan. What's up? You is.
Meanwhile, the 4-mile Brookies traveled west to the shores of Upper Turtle Lake, where they had no trouble invading and dispatching the Flying Monkeys, 87-60. For the Monkeys, they got 25 from David Carr, but precious little else from anybody else. Nobody's getting more than 6 points. DJ Metcalf had 5.8. It was this man for the Troutfish, Najee Harris, again putting up good effort with 18 points. Jubber Hubbard got him a dozen, Lamar Jackson, of course, 13, and Patrick, 12. So good win for the Brookies. Upper Turtle will fall into last place in the West.
Look, I got some questions for you.
I got some answers.
You ever seen any of those Naked Gun movies?
No.
No. Okay. Hot Shots.
Strike two.
Is that right? Okay. Well, how do you feel about pet rescue?
How do you feel about these puppies? Just rescued these tits a few weeks ago.
It was going to be another road team getting a win as Rockman traveled westward to the shores of Horseshoe in this case, picking up a win 79-64 over the Bucks, dropping them to 2-4. The Doritos, once again led by this man, Patty Mahomes. He had 26, almost 27 in the effort. He literally was the difference in this game as Rockman wins by 15.
Give him a little kiss.
The tits?
What else?
Well, I'd better not.
We had a money game this week as the Ninja Turtle trophy was up for grabs when Pokegama traveled westward to the shores of Apple River. Ninja Turtle for now will be long in the meaty hands of the Pokegama Pups, who put up 106 points to Apple River, who could only muster 90 despite a 24-point effort from both Teddy Bridgewater and Henderson from LA. However, Josh Allen, 31 points. That kid's pretty good too. D-Hop gave him 17 as well.
Say, I'm collecting so that more tits get homes.
What's the charity called?
You ever hear of the United Way?
Cute.
Well, I'm just kidding around. It's actually Don Cherry's Pet Rescue Foundation.
Good guy, that Don Cherry.
Oh, he's a great guy.
My papa loves him. Same last name, actually.
So, you would call him...
Papa Cherry.
Meanwhile, the Arlen Ham Slappers take that short trip down D and F to South Doherty, where they took on the Mudjackers and came away with a shellacking. It was the Beast Mode Derrick Henry show. He's the new Beast Mode. 35 points from come behind victory on Monday night. That son of a bitch is good. Found an old clip here of him just abusing Josh Norman from the Bills, who ironically they played last night. Didn't have any new clips available, but this is what Shawnee did to Michael as he was sipping on his old Milwaukee beer.
Wolfwoman, I'd have him back. It's her favorite group, you see. It makes her howl, makes her dance and do crazy things with her tail. Everybody, let's welcome the Ohio Players.
Yes. Never seen Airplane. Airplane 2?
Strike 3.
Oh, that's something. Alright, well, before I head back to the dugout, can I grab your spare pennies real quick?
Yeah, I've got a couple big cans.
Stump Lake's going to make it 2 in a row and funk the first place Poskin Pike by a score of 124 to 80, winning by 44 points. Stump Lake, well, Aaron Rodgers, he remains a bad man. He was a good pick overall. Here, A-Rod shows the Bears that he owns their asses, which is a lot of fun for a lot of us. Stump Lake also gets a $10 bonus this week. Transformation, like a little butterfly, like a little gay unicorn, happening right before our eyes.
Show me the money.
A couple big cans that I use for bookends, but you can have them.
Okay.
Here. You know you'd have these tits in your hands sooner than later.
No, I didn't. Here they are.
The Hares hit the road from the Rabbit Trail down to Maple Grove, where they took on the hapless Beefers and took away a victory, which will move them into a virtual tie for first place. It was, as usual, the Matt Stafford show, along with Joe Mixon and Adam Thielen, putting up several points. Hammer could only muster 26 from Hurt So Bad, and Robinson from Jacks had 16, but not nearly enough as he falls into last place.
Just wait here, and I'll bring out my big cans.
It is incredible.
What's the whole real quick thing?
Well, among other things.
In wrestling terms, that's what we call a pins in under a minute. Or in pro wrestling terms, what we'd call a squash match.
Never seen Airplane.
And 1,
Hello.
and 2.
Hi. Before you go, let me get my girls out for you. Would have been rude of them not to say goodbye. Have a great day.
You also have a great day.
That's like taking penny candies from a baby's.
That was kinda something, eh? Gary, give me your beer real quick.
Finally, we have Otter Bay going south to Doherty Creek and laying great big fucking eggs all the way down the Rabbit Trail as they lose to the Plow Jockeys 104 to 49. Otter Bay could not get anything going. Justin Herbert, 12 points. He was the only one in double digits. Doherty Creek, on the other hand, got some nice efforts. Leonard Fournette started him out on Thursday night with 24. And Sutton from Denver, a nice pickup, 15 points there. But it's Mac Jones, who is the heir apparent, picked up off waivers, dumping that little bitch from Cleveland, and hopefully the Jocks can get on a roll. Now it's time to look at our standings after 6 weeks of action. Beginning with the East, the NBFL East, by far the most competitive division in all of the land, the best record, each team looking at a $25 bonus if they can keep up the pace. Okegama in last place, but at 500, just 39 points out of a tiebreaker. 4 Mile, 4-2. Rockman, 5-1, keeping pace with Reigning Tree, the only undefeated team. Rockman, the only 5-1 team. Again, something's got to give here, but for now, the quality football players equal quality football play. Moving to the north, where the suddenly hot Stump Lake Peckers, winners of 2 in a row, have stopped the Schneid and proved that they belong in the league. 72 points behind Arlen's record-breaking, but their top scorer. And then Otter Bay at 2 and 4. And then Rabbit Trail picking up a win this weekend. Arlen taking a loss, so they are in a virtual tie with Rabbit Trail just 26 points behind in the current tiebreaker. A lot of football left, boys. Remember, there's 15 regular season games, 15 of them. Okay, now, Ineptitude lives in the South in the NBFL. And we have a new last place team. Maple Grove was one of 2 teams that could not procure victory this weekend as they dropped their contest going to 1 and 5. Doherty Creek spanked Outer Bay. They go to 2 and 4, although they're still 40 points behind the Beefers. South Doherty had a nice come from behind win to get a win and remain at or go to 2 and 4. Poskin took a loss, but they don't seem to care because they are still in good shape record-wise and are clearly the class of the land, even though South Doherty has more points than they do. Let's take a look at the West. Upper Turtle mustered only 60 points this weekend. They go to 2 and 4. But Horseshoe's 2 and 4. But Apple River's 2 and 4. All behind by significant points to French Creek. French Creek, even though they lost this weekend, still have a 2 full game lead and over a 50-point tie-breaking command over the rest of the division. It is early, but those other boys got to start picking up the pace here if they're going to keep up with the Frenchies. All right, we got us a little disco inferno going on with our power poll. Coming in 16th place is the Maple Grove Beefers. Doherty Creek moves up to 15th, up 1 spot. Upper Turtle, 14 hole. In the 13 hole, after 2 consecutive wins, Stump Lake up into the 12th spot, or down to the 12th spot. Otter Bay after their horrible loss. And at the 11th spot, Horseshoe Bucks at 2 and 4. Those are your bottom 6 teams. And then we have Apple River, South Doherty, Poskin, Rabbit Trail, get the color uniforms, and then French Creek and Pokegama. So they are in the 8, 7, 6, and 5 holes. So who are the top 4 teams in the land? Well, of course, that has to be 4 Mile, moving up into the 4th spot. In the 3 hole, you have the Doritos. In the 2nd spot, you have the 1st place Arlen Ham Slappers. And then the only undefeated, you have the Raining Tree Frogs, who are the only undefeated team still left in the land at 6 and 0. And now it's time to look at what's coming up this weekend as the NBFL moves into week 7. Time's going fast, boys. Pokegama, they will take on Upper Turtle. Rumor has it this will be a money game. Both sides trying to come up with a traveling trophy. Stump Lake will try to win their 3rd in a row as they journey into the Doherty Valley and take on the Maple Grove Beefers, who are badly in need of a win. Otter Bay, they'll slide down from the Cumberland area down into the valley, where they'll take on South Doherty as frost starts to appear on our pumpkins down here. Rockman will go westward towards French Creek, where they'll take on the Harvesters. That's a good game right there, game of the week potential. Raining Tree will try to go to 7-0. The Billies trying to keep pace in the west in 2nd place currently. Can Doherty Creek win another game? Doubt it. Rabbit Trail might have something to say about that. Tied for 1st in the north. Also tied for 1st in the north. And then leading the south, that's our game of the week right there. It's Poskin and Arlen. And then Horseshoe and 4 Mile in a game nobody gives 2 shits about. Everybody have a good week. It was great talking to myself and having you listen to it. And we'll see you all in week 7. Don't forget there's a benefit at the Legion this Saturday for Todd, who's looking for a new kidney. It'd be great if anybody could stop in and maybe bid on some merchandise and have a few drinks and stuff. And I will be bartending that day. So bring a lot of tip money, dollars. I'll be stripping later. And please, for the love of God, don't forget our NBFL Christmas party on December 19th. That's a Sunday at noon. Y'all have a good week. Hang in there.